Hello Drive Radio fans, Richard Rush here today with Walt McLean behind the camera. And today we're going to take a look at the all-new 2017 Fiat 124 Spider. This is the Classica trim level. Some of you are going to say, what are you talking about Fiat? This is a Mazda Miata. Well, essentially Mazda and Fiat have come together and have put the Mazda Miata underpinnings, or I should say the MX-5, I'm sorry, I believe that's what it is, underpinnings and undercarriage and everything into a Fiat design. They've changed it a little bit. They've put a different engine in it. It's a 1.4 liter four-cylinder turbocharged engine with about 5 more horsepower than the Miata, which they actually had to add 3 inches of length to the front, 2 inches to the back for proportions. So it's about 5 inches longer overall. In our opinion, though, I think it runs better, especially at our altitude. Now, some of you Miata fans are going to say, absolutely not. This is just some copycat. It may very well be, and you're going to have to be the judge to see if you want to buy the Fiat 124 Spider or the Miata. So with that being said, let's jump on in, give you a quick walk around to the vehicle. I'll step out. Again, this is the Classica trim level, which is, I guess, the lowest of the trim levels. There's a couple other ones. There's I forgot the middle one, but then there's the Abarth, or some of you are going to probably correct me for that, is the top trim level. What this one gives you is the, let me see here, 16-inch alloy wheels, manual soft top, which is what I believe is on all of them, LED tail lights, a push button start, Bluetooth radio. This also has the tech package on it, which gives you, among other things, a 7-inch touchscreen, a rear view camera, and the keyless button entry right there. So we'll come around to the back. A few notes I want to make sure. A larger trunk than a Miata at 4.9 cubic feet. Now really quick, I'm going to open this up. And some of you are going to say, a larger trunk? My goodness, what's in a Miata? Well, you cannot fit a whole lot in here. I did not try to fit a golf bag, anything like that. You could fit maybe 2 small carry-ons if you're lucky, if you're pushing it, depending on their size. You can't fit any large boxes. You can fit some briefcases, anything in there, obviously, but not a whole lot. So there's not a ton of room back here, which, not to say that there's supposed to be. It's actually supposed to be a relatively, obviously, compact car, a roadster. Just a few notes there. Well, actually, I'm going to hop in, Walt. If you want to come around to the side, I'm going to show everyone how easy it is to actually put up this top. There's just a button right here, which pops it. You grab it, you pull it forward. I am now latched. I can raise up the windows. To put it down, I flip this lever, push it down, and I'm set. All with one hand. You can do it with the seat belt if you want to at a stoplight. It's really handy. Obviously would not recommend it at high speeds or anything of the sort, but it's definitely handy. Walt, I am going to open this so you can show everyone the interior. This looks very similar to a Mazda. Obviously to the Miata, it's going to have the very same touchscreen, the buttons, all of that configuration is going to be similar. It's got some nice comfortable seats in it, a very roadster sporty feel to it. And again, a lot of Mazda. You got the Mazda turn knob, volume knob, excuse me. This does come with the 6-speed manual transmission. They do make it available, and I'll come around on this side, with a automatic transmission as well. One thing I can tell you on the manual is it's very peppy, very fun to drive, and you definitely have a lot more control over your speeds going around corners, things of the sort. So to kind of wrap up the review, a few things to note. If you are over 6 foot, good luck. Walt actually is about 6'4", 6'5". He tried to fit in here, couldn't put the seat all the way back, could not get his legs to fit in the cabin. I'm at 5'9", 5'10". I fit relatively comfortably. I fit with the top down or with the top up, so it's not that big of a deal. But if you are 6 foot, you are going to be extremely hard pressed to get into this car. Just something to note, even with the top down. Now, if you're 6 foot, but maybe you got a tall torso and short legs, you may fit. All the more reason, get out and test drive this car. Now, again, that's not going to be a deal breaker for some of you. You're going to say, well, it's meant for small guys like me. Absolutely, definitely. Not like myself, but maybe you as the viewer. Sporty drive. Fun car. In terms of the Fiat, we actually call it the Fiata versus the Mazda Miata itself. Bigger engine, a little bit sportier, and in our opinion, especially at our altitude, runs a lot better. That turbocharged engine runs phenomenally. Real quick fuel economy, not that you care, but just so you know, 26 and 35 with the manual, 30 average. We've actually been able to average right around 33, 34. It was an absolute blast of a car to drive, especially here in the summer in Colorado. If you want to learn more about this vehicle, check it out. Put your friends in it, put yourself in it, obviously, put your spouse in it, see if your luggage will fit, and as maybe a little cross-country touring sort of a car. And if you do that, head to your local Fiat dealer and tell them that John and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you.